everyone. So today I am the first thing I am doing this morning after getting freshened up and after having breakfast is doing tarot reading for fire signs. I don't know, the angle should be a bit better. Yes, like this. Then how can you see on the table? Sorry, like this. Okay. So this is the diary. I should keep it here. I have my cup of tea. First cup of tea this day, and I don't believe in rituals. I myself do not practice rituals. Like, even for me, going to temple or carrying, you have this basket in which you put flowers and you cover it with that red chunni, red or yellow orange chunni. So I have myself never done that, and I don't believe in rituals. I mean, if as gratitude, if you offer flowers in front of, I think God is, I mean, according to me, it's everywhere. The higher power, if we go by what has been mentioned in religious, like, scriptures, that it's omnipotent, omnipresent. So I don't believe in going to temples, and well, I don't do it regularly. I think last time I went to a temple was like maybe a year ago, and that too out of curiosity. I think when I was in Varanasi, so I, from outside at night or evening, I saw this gathering. So I was just like, what's going inside that gathering? As if people were surrounding something. So I was curious, what's happening inside. So I think I tried to, like, I tried to get a glimpse, but there was crowd and many people were taller than me, so I think I could not, like, exactly see what's happening um, amidst 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 the crowd, the crowd surrounding some ritual going on. But this I am doing. Yesterday I told you that in this home I am facing again what happened to me and what I survived and got out from around 6 years ago. And it has happened again. So the energy in this surrounding is not ideal for my tarot reading. So I do this uh, just as, like, let me do it today also. Spirit, clear the energy in my aura. Clear the energy in my aura and guide me through this tarot reading. So this is just for the sake of invoking spirit. I can even say this without doing this sound, but I am just doing it. It's not like I do it like every time. Just for, I think yesterday also I used this. And some people, they they don't they don't verbally say it to me, but I get this non-verbal assumption from their side when I share about what happened to me uh, at hands of my family. They they seem to give this reaction that, oh, you don't look like you look well put together, you don't look like a victim of domestic violence. So this what you are saying here today in front of the camera is the result of consistently putting effort after getting out from almost horror in 2018. So if you had seen me back then in 2017, you would understand. uh, you would This what you are saying right now is somebody who has consistently put. I returned after 5 almost 5 years. So 5 years is a long duration for. I don't have even words to say. uh, how do I describe it exactly? So it's like the person you are seeing now is is the the rebuilt version of that battered, shattered, thrashed to the ground. This is what was done to me, and I was fortunate. I mean, I had one person who helped me to get out from the horror. So yes, don't, जैसे बोलते हैं ना, don't judge a book by its cover. So this person you are seeing right now is the rebuilt version of that almost dead, or almost dead. And I am, it's not just my efforts, it's by grace of God. Like, obviously I did put effort. I did meditate. I was reading about just, how to release the effect of surviving that horror on my body and mind. So, and believe me, a slow it was a slow process. It did not happen overnight. This healing did not happen overnight. It took few years. So people who minimize domestic violence, I mean, everybody can have their opinion, but the truth is, it it dismantles women. It 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 batters her dreams. Like, I dropped out college not because I wanted to, but because I had that effect aftermath in the aftermath of what was going on for many hours at home, that it was overwhelming for me to cope at college, because all those emotions were like resurfacing uh, in a like I don't wish this on anyone, and I am to this day I am fighting for my justice, because it happened to me at hands of the people who were supposed to not do it. My brothers, my mother, like main perpetrator was my mother. She used to encourage my brothers. Uh, but even then, after they turned 18, they knew what they were doing to me. They had I, they had understanding that what they were doing was wrong, but even then they just continued doing it until I felt I would die. I would die if I stay here for one more day. So people who say that you don't look like a domestic violence victim, this person you are seeing now is almost, I feel like God. I have shared in my previous video that I have gone through some internal spiritual experience, and that process is still ongoing. So it's, I feel, almost rebirth, that these people, they killed me almost, and by grace of God I felt like I got a rebirth in the same body. um, yeah. My tea. I think this is how I felt. This is how I felt back in 2017. I think I should have like, I think when I'm arranging these cards here like this, uh, it's better time for a story. Like today I talked before all this about, because many people think that, I don't know, that they think I'm lying about what I claim what happened to me. So by the way, today it's a bit here in my hometown, it's a bit more cold than yesterday. I am feeling actually a bit cold. Can I grab? Let me grab my jacket. I am feeling quite cold. Yes, it's quite it's quite cold actually today. The weather fluctuates. It's quite thick. And by the way, one thing I want to say, you know, you see in TV news, mostly you see that the victim, the person who is victimized by DV, she uh, uh, she self harms. So that is how I also felt back then in 2017, because the pain in the moment is so overburdening that you feel you just want to get out of the body. But I carried on. I always say that to carry on, and many people, wise people have said this, that to carry on is more difficult than to give up. But even then, if I have carried on, I have returned. I went to justice system, like I went to nearby police station because um, I faced, I after coming back I faced again and again violent episode, and their reaction was apathetic, a apathetic, how you say, like without empathy. And uh, for them, they started moral policing me, that oh, you must be going on the wrong path, then only family interferes. So I want to say that normally families don't do this to their own daughter, but if I'm claiming that it happened to me, then there must be somewhat truth in it. So without investigating, doing moral policing to me is unjustified. I mean, their job is to investigate. In my case, they haven't investigated yet. And who will compensate me? Who will compensate me for the, I mean, bodily harm was there. Uh, it also affected my mental health. I was in depression for quite some time. Um, it affected my career. I dropped out college, so my work prospects, if they hadn't done it to me, I must have been, I graduated and landed a job, and I must have been financially secure. uh, let it go. What must have been. My tea has got cold. Okay, so I choose this for Aries, I choose this for Sagittarius, and I choose this for Leo. So Leo goes here. This is for Sagittarius, and this for Aries. Spirit, guide me through Aries. Let me pick three cards for Aries. Spirit, let me pick three cards for Aries. So these are the cards which came for Aries. Knight of Wands, Knight of, Nine of Wands for past, Wheel of Fortune in the present, and Knight of Swords in the future, upcoming future. So I am gonna take the help of my diary a bit so that I explain with clarity. Hmm. I just got a SMS for my order. I have ordered something, so it's gonna arrive today. Seems like yes, I think it will arrive. Okay, so Aries, in the recent past, you you may have felt exhausted. So what's the advice in the recent past, for the recent past is whenever you face such scenario, dig deep into spiritual reserves. And this is my life lesson, that nobody wants to lose everything, nobody, but unfortunately if it happens, if maybe people do it to you, they take away your everything, or everyone, let's say the worst case, I think it has happened. I have faced it's not always that. Sometimes for some reason somebody who is very important to you, uh, for some reason, you know at a crucial time in your life, you know that person can walk away. So so then you feel in despair. So at that time you have to, if you want to carry on, dig deep into your spiritual reserves. Like, no, not depending on materialistic. If it's stripped from you, if you have lost maybe somebody you love, uh, and let's say something, you were wronged in some way, things were taken from you, and then how do you carry on? So you have to dig deep into spiritual reserves. You have the spiritual and emotional strength to fulfill your goals. Let go of past battles. So even if maybe in the past battle, people were unfair to you, they may have taken things, they may have stripped you of everything. Maybe somebody you lost, somebody you loved, uh, then this is how you navigate such a scenario. And I have faced such a scenario, unfortunately. I mean, I would say कि for spiritual evolution of, can it 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 can it can evolve you, but still it hurts when it happens. It hurts bad. So Wheel of Fortune in the present. So in the present, Wheel of Fortune may be turning in your favor. um yes, or maybe not. So be cautious, be conscious of your choices and actions in the present, because it can turn either in your favor or maybe not. So be cautious and conscious your choices and actions in the present. Knight of Swords for the future, upcoming future, is. Let me. Oh my god, my tea got cold. So, Knight of Swords. Okay. So, in the upcoming future, you may be moving uh, quickly into something, maybe in a non committal way, maybe to somebody or to something. So, the advice would be, Aries, for you, the advice would be that don't you don't need to rush too much, avoid too much rushing. You need also grounding, so just don't maybe also think rationally and just don't act just impulsively. This is for the upcoming future. Okay, I'm done. This is for Aries. I take for Sagittarius. It's cold. I'm also feeling like my hands are. Let me grab my hands are feeling cold. Guys, I could not find my gloves. Uh, I think I should arrange before. I must not skip the video. I think I'm not doing it like a professional. How many YouTubers do it? Hmm. Spirit, let me pick three cards for Sagittarius. Let me pick three cards for Sagittarius. Spirit, let me pick three cards for Sagittarius. So these are the cards which have come out. King of Swords in the recent past, Ace of Cups for the present, and Knight of Cups for the upcoming future. Sorry, I have to arrange this like how it came out. So what's the why I have mentioned about Okay, so in the recent past, you may have been in analyzing and careful planning state. So swords is basically like intellect part. So king of swords, yeah, in the recent past you may have been in analyzing and careful planning part. This is what came for the in the present ace of cups. So ace of cups is basically in the present you will be facing new beginnings that signal positive opening of your heart. So whatever new beginning will arrive, and sometimes it doesn't arrive, you have to create new beginning for yourself, so it will open your heart in a positive way. Recently I read this quote from Rumi. I admire Rumi very much. So he had I read a statement by it's a translated like I think Rumi was from Persia, so if I'm not wrong, so he had shared his spiritual wisdom in maybe his local language, but now it's widespread across the world in translated versions. So he had said, beautiful days don't come to you, you have to walk towards them. So it doesn't come to you, you have to walk towards them, you have to create new beginning for yourself. Okay, future Knight of Cups. For, for the future, it's Knight of Cups. I think I need to revise. I haven't revised my tarot lessons from some time. I think I need to revise. Okay, so in the upcoming future, you will be moving forward with your dreams. Yes, and before committing to anybody or anything, do your research. This is your advice for the upcoming future, Sagittarius. Let me grab this thing. I'm done with it. Now, Leo. I never had a friend, I think, who was. I mean, I have acquaintances who are of Leo, but I never had a close friend from this zodiac sign. I feel like, I don't know, are Leos attention seeking? And I usually feel repelled by people who are attention seeking, like, actively. So if you attract attention, if it's inevitable, then it's not like you are not doing it actively out of your ego. But if you're attention seeking, and you're actively doing to attract just attention to the facade, then you get validation. Like, you are very much dependent on your sense of self. For your sense of self, you are very much dependent on how other people perceive you. Obviously it matters to everybody to some extent, but that extent thing, if you are just solely dependent on how you think outside people view you, then you don't have a sense of self of your own, like how you view yourself. And if you have a sense of self, if you have a sense of, if you, it doesn't happen, it you have to cultivate it, a sense of self awareness. And then uh, you also develop a proper solid sense of who you are. So then also you may get attention from outsiders, but even if it's gone, uh, it would not bother you because you have that centeredness within you. Yeah, I this is how I think I perceive it. I don't know, today I'm talking too much. Okay, let me ask spirit. Because of this jacket, I'm not able to I think I'm able to not feel the energies. Spirit, let me pick three cards for Leo. Let me pick three cards for Leo. Hmm. One more. Oh my god. So, Leo, in the recent past, I am feeling cold again. Let me grab my jacket. It's actually today it's cold. I cannot stay in this thin. I have to wear. So, in the recent past, you may have felt like an empress. An empress represents symbolically in this tarot card somebody who is abundant, uh, abundant, active in joy. Yes, this is the in the present high priestess. So in the present, you may be finding yourself getting attuned to your intuition and listening to your inner voice. In the present, high priestess came out. So this is what I. And in the future, be careful. Seven of Cups means you may be faced with illusions as choices. So be very careful with your discernment, uh, because sometimes what seems real, be it in relationships, it's fake. Like, you have to discern if it's genuine or fake. And you may be confronted with many choices in the upcoming future, so be careful and use your discernment. Okay, I'm done. So this is it for fire signs. And if you want to book a personal reading, you can write to me on my email id kumarisupriya610 at gmail.com. Okay, bye.